Si Batangas 2nd District Representative Jervil Luistro. Congresswoman, magandang umaga si Joel Siweng.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Joel and Weng, and good morning sa lahat ng sumusubaybay ng ating programa.
Yeah,
Alright.
salamat po.
Salamat, ma'am. Una, nakitaan ng forma. Ngayon, kahapon, nakitaan ng sustansya at laman. Ano mga susunod na makikita naming hakbang, no? Kaugnay po nitong impeachment complaint na ito laban po sa ating Vice Presidente.
Sandali, nahihilo ako sa aking friend.
Ay, sige po, ma'am.
Yan, okay na, ma'am. Ang
Ayan,
ganda
oh.
ng frame
Anyway,
ni ma'am.
as you have witnessed kahapon, no? We issued already the notice to the Vice President
Mhm.
Hmm.
for her to file her answer to the 2 impeachment complaints within the period, non-extendable period of 10 calendar days. No?
Okay.
Itong sagot na ito ng Vice Presidente, dapat ito i-furnish din doon sa complainant.
Mhm.
I mean, i-file sa committee at the same time, papadala ng copy ang complainant. And from the date of receipt by the complainant of the answer of the Vice President, they are given a period of 3 calendar days to
Mhm.
file their reply.
Mhm.
Ito namang reply na ito, aside from filing it to the committee, has to be furnished as well to the Vice President.
Mhm.
And from date of receipt by the Vice President of that reply, she is given again, this time 3 calendar days to file her rejoinder. Ang tawag natin dito, Joel and Weng, responsive pleadings.
Mhm.
Kaya
Okay.
responsive dahil nagsasagutan.
Mhm.
From the complaint, the Vice President will file her answer. From the answer, the complainant will file her complaint. And
Mhm.
from complaint, the respondent will file her rejoinder. Nagsasagutan yun, no?
Mhm.
Actually, ito na yung ating step 3.
Mhm.
At dito rin sa step 3, the Justice Committee is supposed to receive already the evidence of both parties, no?
Mhm.
And not only that, if ever there are affidavits and counter affidavits, they have to be sworn in. Dapat panumpaan before the Justice Committee. Kapag ito kompleto na lahat, Joel and Weng, that is the time we determine, or the Justice Committee determine,
Mhm.
if there is sufficient ground that supports the impeachment complaint, no?
Mhm.
If the answer or if the decision of the committee is in the affirmative, kung ang sabi ng justice members, may sufficient ground, that's the time we go to step 4.
Mhm.
Which
At
is?
dito sa step 4, ito na yung hearing proper, no?
Mhm.
Dito natin iimbitahan ang complainant to testify before the Justice Committee,
Mhm.
the witnesses to testify before the Justice Committee, and even the respondent if she wishes to come,
Mhm.
no? Ang daming nagtatanong, what if the Vice President doesn't show up?
Hmm.
Please understand that the presence of the Vice President during the hearing proper is part of her right to due process. In other words, prerogative niya yan.
Mhm.
Option niya yan. Choice niya yan whether she wants to come or she doesn't want to come. No? That is actually her choice. If she doesn't come, it will be interpreted merely as her waiver of her right to be present during the hearing. No? I wish to add as well na dito sa step 3 at saka sa step 4, nagkaroon na ng Power of Compulsory Process and Justice Committee. We are referring to the issuance of subpoena, duces tecum,
Mhm.
for the documents which you want to be produced, and subpoena ad testificandum for witnesses which you want to be compelled to appear before the Justice Committee, no? In
Alright.
fact, I am inclined to
Mm.
believe na right now, pwede na. No?
Mm-mm.
Just for the understanding of the Filipino people, I personally summarize the steps, the proceeding that will happen in the Justice Committee into 5 steps.
Oo.
Napanood nyo po yung sufficiency in form.
Yes.
Napanood nyo rin po yung sufficiency in substance. Our third step, itong responsive pleadings and evidence,
Mhm.
plus the determination of sufficient ground.
Hmm.
When this is done, we go to hearing proper.
Mhm.
Kapag tapos ng hearing proper, our step 5 is for the Justice Committee to determine the existence of probable cause. No? Whatever is the decision of the Justice Committee here, kailangan namin yan isulat sa committee report. And this committee report will be subjected to the approval of at least one-third vote of all the members of the House. Pag nakakuha ito ng at least one-third, that warrants transmittal to Senate.
Alright, ma'am, ito lang. Kailan ilang panahon ang kakailanganin po natin bago tayo dumating doon sa step 4? Kasi yung step 4, Weng, yun yung trial proper no? Mahaba-haba ba yun, ma'am? Para ma-anticipate ng ating mga kababayan kung gaano katagal po ito tatagal, no? Itong impeachment complaint na
days.
ito laban po sa ating Vice Presidente.
Under the rules, Joel, no, we are given 60 session days within which to submit our committee report to the plenary. Pero in my perspective, no, as Justice Chair, I do not want to cause any delay to this proceeding. And that is why I am inclined to continue the hearing even during recess. Magre-recess kami ng March 18, but I intend to continue the proceedings of the Justice Committee during recess, no? Because it causes, what do you call this? Somehow, divisiveness, factions in the government offices, no? And for the Filipino people, siguro kahit paano nadidisrupt din yung kanilang buhay dahil dito sa katututok dito sa impeachment process na ito. So, I am really submitted na dapat, kung may pagkakataon rin lang, do not cause any delay, but do not compromise the substance and the due process of the proceeding, no? So, tingin ko naman, the grounds are summarized into threat, confidential funds, under OVP, confidential fund, under DepEd, bribery in DepEd, and then what's this? The amassed unexplained wealth and the SALN in relation to Madriaga affidavit,
Yes.
no?
Oo.
And then the last, I think, is the destabilization or totality of all the actions allegedly committed by the Vice President.
Ma'am,
Tingin ko naman, in a span of 2 months, perhaps kakayanin naman to.
kakayan. Ma'am, kanina nabanggit ninyo na si Vice Presidente, option or choice niya po ang humarap sa pagdinig ninyo para doon sa step 4, para doon sa determination of probable cause. Pero, yun ay waiver of appearance as part of her right. Pero
That's correct.
yung mag-present siya ng side niya sa pamamagitan ng kanyang abogado, mandatory po ba yun o yun ay optional din para sa kanya?
Alam mo kasi when ganito, no?
Opo.
I am comparing the proceeding before the Justice Committee to a preliminary investigation in an
Yes.
ordinary judicial proceedings,
Correct, ma'am.
no? Kami ang magsasampa ng formal na kaso sa Senado.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you will check the proceeding during the preliminary investigation, the participation of lawyers are not allowed. It is only if the Vice President will choose to appear that the lawyers may be allowed to assist the Vice President. In other words, ang participation ng lawyer in the proceeding before the Justice Committee is limited to assisting the respondent.
Okay.
Ibig sabihin, nandiyan ka lang sa tabi niya. You are guiding her.
So, ibig
You're
sabihin, ma'am, yung waiver of appearance niya would also serve as waiver ng kanyang right to present, para ipresenta ang kanyang side sa kasong ito.
Not necessarily,
Uh-huh.
no? What I am only speaking about is itong proceeding before the Justice Committee. Ang allowed dito are only the justice members and the parties to the case. The appearance of lawyer is limited to giving assistance, opinions, helping these parties.
Opo.
But they cannot physically, no, they cannot personally speak before the Justice Committee.
Okay.
They
So,
cannot make manifestations. So dapat nasa tabi lang siya ni complainant,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
nasa tabi lang siya ni witness, or nasa tabi lang siya ni respondent, advising them as we continue our proceeding.
so, ma'am, kung hindi aaten si VP, paano niya maipipresenta yung side niya kung hindi allowed yung kanyang abogado?
That is why. That is why she has to
Appear.
evaluate. She has to evaluate these two options.
Mm-mm.
Whatever she thinks will best help her,
Mm-mm.
kung yung pagpunta ba niya or hindi niya pagpunta. Because anyway, may Senate eh.
Mm-mm.
And in the Senate, she will be given again the opportunity to file her answer.
Pero pwede
So,
i-determine yun ng House Committee on Justice na may sufficiency or may probable cause kung hindi siya nagpresenta ng kanyang side.
because she waived.
You see, wait.
What is important,
Oo, yes.
what is important, we gave her the opportunity.
Opo.
No? Parang yung answer when.
Mm-mm.
Binigyan natin siya ng notice to file her answer. What happens if she doesn't file her answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it only means that she waives her right to file her answer. And the consequence under the rule, considered denied lahat ng allegations in the complaint. And with that, we will simply proceed to continue in our proceedings.
Pero kung kayong tatanungin, ma'am, it is nasa best interest ng Vice Presidente natin na humarap siya sa Justice Committee.
It actually depends on her, no? It depends actually on her legal team.
Yes, ma'am.
Depende sa legal strategy nila.
So, in the
Linawin ko
event-
lang din
Oh, sige,
isa
sige.
sa pasensya
Oh,
na
sige.
Joel.
Go.
Yung 60 days, kasi issue ang calendar days at session days eh. Calendar days po ba yung 60 days para tapusin nyo sa House Justice Committee ang bagay na ito or session days ito?
Yung 60 days, that is session days.
Session days.
Yung period to file responsive pleadings, 1033, that is calendar days.
Calendar days.
So yung 60
Malinaw.
yung 60 session days, ma'am, pwede maging 60 years po 'yon.
Hindi
Ah,
naman.
hindi naman, di ba?
Hindi naman.
Hindi naman.
Actually,
Okay.
binilang ko siya. Binilang ko siya following the definition of the Supreme Court. It will lapse in January of 2027 pa. Kasi di ba ang definition ng Supreme Court is calendar days so long as the House holds session.
Mm-mm.
So, ang session namin is Monday to Wednesday only.
Correct.
Tapos we have this recess, no?
Mm-mm.
So, ang binilang ko lang, lahat ng Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, na hindi naka-recess. Aba, aabutin ng January ang tagal. Baka magalit sa atin yung mga sumusubaybay. So, basing it on the grounds na nabanggit natin kanina, if we summarize it, I think it can be summarized into 6 grounds. Tingin ko kakayanin ng 2 months eh. After all, this is just a determination of probable cause. And we can anticipate also na pag marami ng evidence, any of the justice member may move
Oo.
to conclude the proceeding on the belief that the evidence is more than enough to satisfy the probable cause. And kung aaproba ng majority ng Justice Committee, that is a possibility of shortening the proceeding in the Justice Committee.
Alright, ma'am, ito lang, linawin lang natin. 2 months po, tingin nyo, kaya tayong umabot do sa stage 4, which is the trial proper sa Committee on Justice. Tama ho ba yun?
Yeah.
60,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Alright, 60 days,
Ma'am,
60 session days.
Yung botohan kahapon, 54
That's-
yes is
Oh,
one.
Joel,
Apo.
that's not 60 session days.
Ano po yan, ma'am?
2 months.
2 months.
2 months is not 60 session days.
Ayun,
Oo.
sige, 60 days, ma'am.
60 session days.
Yes, because our inclination is to hold hearing even during recess.
Kasi
So
kung-
that is quite outside the definition na ng session day
Oo.
ng Supreme Court, no? But I think may intindihan naman tayo ng Supreme Court dito because our intention is not to cause delay in this proceeding because of the significance of impeachment.
Eh ma'am, baka ma-technical kayo doon.
I hope hindi. I hope hindi.
Baka doon pa sumabit ma'am pagdating sa session days. Anyway,
I
yung botohan po kahapon, 54 yes, isa ang no, nag-0 ang abstention. Indikasyon ba
Yeah.
yun? Indikasyon na po ba yun kung ano yung magiging takbo ng botohan din sa plenary kapag nagawa niyo na yung articles of impeachment?
I do not want to preempt the vote that will happen in the plenary, no? Kasi napag-usapan nga natin, medyo marami pang araw ang dadaan. And we have to consider also that the House members belong to different national parties, no? 54 really is overwhelming, but I don't know if we will be able to sustain that kind of support until the approval of the committee report in the plenary.
Mm-mm.
Perhaps one factor which will determine that is the progress of the presentation of the evidence during the hearing process. Siyempre, kapag nakita nilang strong, overwhelming, and ample ang evidence, one thing, of course, the party leaders will be convinced to continue supporting the impeachment process, no? Otherwise, baka hindi sila sumuporta. So that is just one of the possible considerations.
Pero nasabit nyo na ba sa members ng Committee on Justice na even during recess, ma'am, tatalakayin nyo po ito? Pumayag
Hindi
na
pa
ba sila?
Hindi pa kami nagkikita-kita uli kasi
Pero
3
tingin nyo
days na
papayag naman.
sunod-sunod yung hearing namin
Tingin nyo papayag naman sila?
Well, tingin ko naman papayag sila.
Yung House leadership.
I just have to keep on reminding them that this is a constitutional duty. The only option is to proceed. There is no option to stop.
Oo. Ma'am, last point na lang sa akin, Congressman Jervil, doon sa naging malaking punto kahapon ng debate, yung paano mo ihiwalay ang pagiging Deputy Secretary ng Vice President and as Vice President. Kasi doon sa isa complaint doon, ang ground, yung bribery sa Department of Education nung Secretary siya.
That's correct.
Paano po yung ititake ng committee? Pwede bang ihiwalay ang personalidad niya bilang Deputy Secretary habang siya ay Vice President ng Republika ng Pilipinas?
Magaganda yung arguments nila.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes.
Ang sabi ni Congressman Rufus, doon sa impeachable offenses, impeachable officials enumerated under the Constitution, wala doon ang Secretary ng Department of Education. Pero ang sagot ni Congressman Benny Abante, ang analogy dyan, mayroon akong kanang kamay at mayroon akong kaliwang kamay. Pero isang utak ko lang ang nagpapatakbo sa kanilang dalawa. And that is tantamount to saying that while you are the Vice President and you are the Department of Education Secretary as well, this is only one public official that is discharging the function, no? And definitely, ang sabi niya, we cannot divide the personality in as far as impeachment proceeding is concerned. And it was augmented also by Congressman Joel Chua na kailangan daw alalahanin natin na kaya siya naging Department of Education Secretary is because she is the Vice President. As a matter of fact, ang nasa rules, which happened really, hindi siya sinubject sa confirmation proceedings ng CA. And that is because of the consideration that she is the President. She is the Vice President, sorry. And dinagdag pa niya, as Secretary of Department of Education and Vice President at the same time, kasi nga ang tingin sa kanya, Vice President siya, kaya siya ginawang Deputy Secretary, hindi daw siya tumatanggap ng sweldo and allowances as Department of Education Secretary. So, I'm just sharing the very meaningful and significant exchange of arguments of the justice members.
Oo, syempre ano po yan, ma'am, di ba? Ang premise dyan yung concept of many roles, one character lang, di ba? Yan lang yun Ma'am, mga marami pa sigurong pagkakataon na makakausap namin kayo
Oo
rito.
naman,
May sumusulong
mahaba-haba
pa ito. Pero salamat po sa pagtanggap sa tawag namin
Good
ngayong araw
morning
na
po.
ito, ma'am. Mag-ingat
Of
po
course,
kayo.
anytime, Joel. Sorry about the technical problem.
No problem,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Salamat po.
Thank you
Thank you.
po sa
Thank
inyo.
you.
Good morning
Thank
to you.
you.
Good luck, ma'am.